Mike, Greg Bailey from ABC in Houston. Was this about basketball, or was this about the toughness and the grit kind of things that you guys have talked to us about?
No, it's all about toughness right now. You know, it's going to be spotty both ways. I think there was great basketball played on both sides, stretches of it. The rest of it is just gutting it out and finding a will, a way, and a want. Somebody asked me before the game about our adversity, or how do we respond. I think we saw it. Not only we respond for the game, we're down 12-0, and we fought back, and holding them to 12 points in the fourth quarter obviously was key.
Mike, Brian Smith, Houston Chronicle. You guys lose by 41 in Game 3. What's it say about this team and what you've been building really for the last 2 years to be able to get a win like this that way at Oracle Arena?
Just so many things that go into it. I mean, obviously you have to have great players. That's number one. It's always is. But they believe in each other. They can get on each other and push each other and do all the right things, and they're all from the right spot. Everybody just win no matter what. Bench was great. Most of them didn't get in. Their energy was key, and just says a lot about character.
Hi, Mike. Your point about toughness. Kareth Burke, NBC Sports Bay Area. Not a lot of teams can withstand the Warriors' runs constantly. How did you guys keep your poise in those moments?
It happens sometimes. It's not like, we have any magic formula. Just that we have guys that believe. We talk about a lot. They're going to make their runs. There's nothing you can do about it. But the idea is to keep attacking, keep going back at them. Sooner or later, it's like anything else. They hit 4 or 5 threes in a row, they're going to miss 2 or 3. I mean, if we keep attacking and score, then we can stay there within range, and we did. And guys came up with big plays then again, big defensive stops, big rebounds. Eric Gordon hits a big 3. Just a lot of stuff.
Mike, Jason Bristol from KHOU in Houston, to your right. To your left, I'm sorry. My right, your left.
Right? Oh, there you are.
There we are.
There you go.
You said this team would be ready, and you find yourself down 12-0. What do you say to the team?
I was just wanting to get out without embarrassing myself too much. I'm going, you don't have to say anything to these guys. And that's, it's so much fun coaching them just because you don't have to say a lot. They found a way, and again, it's just they've done it all year, and they'll keep doing it. And, all we did, too, is just get back to even. It's not like, we're all excited. So we're even with them, but at least we're even with them. We didn't go down 3-1. So it was a must game, but we got a lot of work to be done.
Mike, to your right.
My right
now,
or left?
To your right now. Dan
middle.
Wecke with the Los Angeles Times. How physically tired were your players in the moments you were able to kind of speak with them and share with them down the stretch? You had a bunch of guys over 40 minutes tonight, and those are playoff minutes too.
Oh, no, they were big-time minutes. They were tired, but, we were able to just get enough rest, enough timeouts, enough stoppage that, I'm sitting there trying to look at their faces and make sure they're okay. They kept saying they were okay. And we did have, I think, 4 guys in 40 minutes. But they had 4 guys right there. So they're tired, we're tired. Now it's just got to find a will. And it's not always going to be pretty, but it can always be tough.
Felicia, right in front of you. Hi. Felicia Purcell for Sports in the Bay and the Martinez News-Gazette. You said before the game that you guys hadn't had too many pressure games this year. Would you consider that this game tonight to be one of them? And secondly, how much did they miss Andre Iguodala?
Well, he's a good player. I'm sure they missed him. Without a doubt. Now you'll have to ask Steve better. He knows his team better than I do. But obviously you're going to miss somebody like that. Pressure, they've through their careers, they've been in a lot of games. We just thought if we could get down the stretch, even or up a little bit, we can close it out because we have 2 of the best ISO guys, and that's what it's going to come down, making shots. We have guys that do that. And then, Trevor locks somebody down on one end, PJ just getting rebounds and just being a bear as he usually is. Just so many guys contributed that it's a fun team to coach.
Mike, to your right. Mark Schwartz.
So you guys are getting good at this.
We're getting better.
Yeah, y'all getting real good.
Mark Schwartz, ESPN. In that last possession, the full possession that they had where they took the ball down the floor, what were your thoughts during that possession as you watched your defense try to recover And what were your thoughts as you saw that Steve was just going to let it play out even though Clay was in big trouble?
I'll have to watch the tape. That's way too complicated for me. I mean, if I remember correctly, I do know that they called a timeout, and there was about 30-some seconds. Isn't that right?
I'm talking about the rebound after James missed where they had about 50.
Oh, and they just played out. Just, guys just do what they've been doing the whole quarter. They got into people. And I think that's where Trevor got on Clay really in the corner and locked him down. They have a lot of movement. We switch it. And guys just read it and played as hard as they could, knew that one stop, the game's over, more or less, and came up huge.
What were you thinking when Curry put it up at the end?
I thought it was after the buzzer, so we'll have to look and see. I'm hoping. All kinds of things. You don't, you think, okay, do you foul? But then that as soon as they catch it, they're shooting, and so now it's a three. So you don't want to do that. We're up 2. And then we missed the foul shot. Do we miss that other foul shot? Then they take, but if you miss the whole goal, then they get and you're only down 2. So if you make it, the worst we go to overtime. Just so many things, and I just trusted our guys, and I knew they'd make big plays, and they did.
Owen Modest, KPIX. Eric Gordon had a real tough offensive game tonight, but you kept with him for 35 minutes. What did he bring to the team tonight?
I know one big shot he made. I don't know about that. But, even in the he started off a little shaky offensively. But then he had a little stretch there. He had a dunk and a couple hard drives. And, Eric's just so important to us. So there was never a thought that I could do without Eric. We can't do without him. So we'll ride him all the way until either works or doesn't work. But there's a lot of guys like that. I just trust them 100% in what they try to do.
Jonathan Fagan, Houston Chronicle. Even with that
Yeah,
run,
he doesn't quite know the right and left yet.
Yeah.
We'll get Jonathan up to speed.
I got an L on my hand.
Yeah, you
here.
do. Okay, good.
Even with that burst in the third quarter, the Warriors end up shooting 39%, I believe around 16% in the fourth quarter. Spent the whole season talking about what your defense would have to be. Did this exceed even that, or what would you say about the defense it took to get this win?
Yeah, I thought this is the highest level we've ever played defensively, without a doubt, because you're talking about maybe the best offensive team ever, and they got on a roll. Even we're down 12-0. There was some good defense in there to just get us back, because it wasn't like we were lighting it up to get it back. So just a lot of stops and a lot of tough rebounds and getting loose balls, and we didn't get into foul trouble too early. It was just a lot of good things, great switching. And they got a little tired in the fourth quarter. And that's because they felt us for 3 quarters. And if we can repeat that, and that's what the formula is, and then we'll see if we can do that when we get to Houston.
Coach D'Antoni, Tony Harvey, Sacramento Observer. After Game 3, you said the team had to make some corrections. What was the biggest fix, or was the word calling them soft?
Well,
solve the problem.
And I regret it because I'm up here with a lot of adrenaline, and I was disappointed in our overall effort, offensive, defense. They're not soft. It's just we didn't play with the amount of force that you need. And I know they didn't think it was going to be easier. They didn't, it just sometimes happens, and they, give them credit or whatever. And matter of fact, I don't remember that game. I just kind of focusing on what we did right now. But they're not soft, and they proved it. So I misspoke, and you guys miswrote it. Yeah, I shouldn't have quoted myself, but I misquoted myself.
What was one of the biggest fix that you saw in this game?
Just the intensity is number one, and getting into people. We're trying to do the same thing. We play with more pace, and Chris felt better. His foot felt better, and he told me. I called him after Game 3, and he said, "Coach, I'm telling you, if I can get my foot right, we'll beat these guys." And lo and behold, he got his foot right. And so, and we'll see. Like I said, if we're just back to even, we know what we have to do, see if we can do it against a great team.